East of the sun, west of the moon. Once upon a time, there lived a poor husbandman who had so many children, he had barely the means to feed nor clothe them. He loved every one of his children, but his favourite by far was his youngest daughter. She was not only beautiful, but brave and strong and full of the spirit of adventure. Now one evening, when the family were together around the fire, and the weather outside was cruel and wild, the wind blew and the rain fell, and the walls of the cottage shook, there came a tap-tap-tapping at the window. "What could that be?" said the poor husbandman. "Who could be outside on a night like this?" "Go and see, father," said the children, and off he went to answer the door. As he opened that door, he found to his amazement, there stood, right in front of him, a great white bear. "Good evening, sir," he said to the bear. "Good evening to you," he replied. "What can I do for you?" The bear smiled, and then he spoke and said, "I have come for your youngest daughter. If you would give her to me, then I will make you as rich as you are now poor." I know not what to say, sir," the husbandman replied. "She loves her family. She will not want to come with you." "Go, please, and ask," the bear replied. And the man returned to his family and told his youngest daughter what was happening outside the front of the cottage. "I will not go, father," she said. I cannot go. I love you also." The poor husbandman returned to the front and said to the bear, "I'm afraid, sir, she refuses." But the bear was not put off, and he replied, "I shall come back in 7 days' time, and I shall ask my question again. And if you are able to give me your youngest daughter, then I will indeed make you as rich as you are now poor." 7 long days passed, and the bear did indeed return. But while he'd been away, the family had had a chance to talk to the youngest daughter about what the bear was offering. And when the bear returned this time, our lassie opened the door herself. And when the bear said, "Will you come with me?" she replied, "I will." "Are you brave?" the bear asked her. And she replied, "I am." And so he said, "Climb up onto my back and hold on tight to my shaggy coat, for there is no reason to be afraid." And off they raced, across the lands, through great forests, over high mountains, until they came to a steep green hill. Our lassie slid off the bear's back, and the bear himself knocked 3 times on the side of the hill. Suddenly there appeared a door, and in stepped our lassie to the most magnificent palace, one she could only ever have dreamt of seeing, with jewels and gold and silver, and a table laid as if for a great feast. And the bear said to the young lassie, "Please sit, you must be tired, you must be hungry, you must be thirsty. Eat, drink, rest now. And then should you need anything, just ring this little bell, and immediately you will have all your heart desires." The bear disappeared, and the lassie was left on her own. And she did indeed eat and drink. And after a time she felt tired, so she rang the little bell. But just as her fingers touched the side of that little bell, she suddenly found herself in front of the most magnificent bedchamber, as if by magic. A great bed stood before her, with a great gold fringe, soft and silken sheets and pillows, as ever you would ever wish to sleep upon. Our lassie got into bed, and she turned out the light. But just a few moments after she had done so, a man came in and laid himself down beside her. For this was the great bear, who threw off his beast shape by night and was a man once more. In the morning, before the day had dawned, he was always up and off, and so she had never laid eyes upon him. This continued for days, weeks, months. During the daytime, she was alone, unable to read, sing, craft, around the grounds, eat, drink. But at night time, when she went to bed, as soon as she turned out the light, the man came in and laid himself down beside her. And he was always up and off before the morning dawned. And as I said, she never laid eyes upon him. Now she was happy for a time, but there came one day when she felt like weeping, for she missed her family. And as she sat crying in a corner, the bear appeared to her, for during the daytime this was. "What is it that makes you weep?" he said. "I miss my family," she replied. "If only I could return for just one day. Please take me back. I promise I will come home with you." "We shall make it work," he said. "I shall take you. But you must promise me that you will not find yourself in a room alone with your mother. For if you do, I'm telling you now, bad luck will come of it." "I promise," she said. I promise not to be alone with my mother in a room at all whilst I am away." And so the bear took her home. And when she arrived in front of a huge great manor house, for this was now where her parents lived, and they were as rich as they had ever been poor. Everyone rushed out to greet her, and there was lots of laughing and joy and feasting and fun to be had. But, as is always the case, people grew tired, little ones crept off to sleep, and before long she found herself on her own in a room with her mother. "Tell me, daughter," said the mother, "tell me the truth behind the story that you told everybody else at supper. How is it truly that you live now?" Well, she told her mother. She said, "I live in a great palace. By day, I am free to do as I wish. By night, I sleep in the softest bed with silken pillows. But ever after I've just turned out the light, a man comes in and lies himself down beside me." "Oh," said the mother, "you could be sleeping with a troll. This could be a troll, daughter of mine. I will give you this magic candle, and you must take it home with you. And when next he comes, wait until he is sleeping and breathing deeply. And then take the candle, light it, lean over and take a look at him. For you must see, is he a man or is he a troll?" She promised her mother that she would. And so in the morning when the bear came to retrieve her home and asked her, "My love, did you speak to your mother alone?" "No," she said, no, I did exactly as you promised." She lied to him, of course. When they returned home, it was the same story. She ate, she drank alone at the table. And when she was ready for bed, she got undressed, turned out the light. And moments after she had done so, her man came in and laid himself down beside her. She waited, after a while, to hear him breathing deeply in his sleep. And when she was sure that he would not wake, she got up to retrieve the candle that her mother had given her. A magic candle it was, one that would reveal any enchantment that had been thrown over this man that lay beside her. She took up the candle and she leant over to look upon his face and see whether he truly was a troll or a man. And as she leant over, she saw he was the most beautiful prince she could ever have imagined, and she knew then that she was in love with him. And she leant over, she went to kiss him, but as she did so, she dropped 3 hot drops of tallow onto his skin, and he woke, screaming. "What have you done?" he shouted. "Why have you done this? If you had only waited 1 more month, we could have been together. For I am under a powerful spell cast upon me by a queen of trolls, such that I should be a bear by day and only a man by night. And now all ties between us are snapped, and I must go from here with you to a land far away, to to a castle that lies east of the sun and west of the moon, and there I shall marry the Troll Queen's daughter, with a nose 3 ells long, and I shall be their prisoner forever after. Is there nothing I can do? She cried. Is there no way that I can make this better, that I can stop this from happening? I am sorry, my love. I just wanted to look upon you. There is nothing you can do, he replied. There is no way you would ever find me. In the morning you will wake, and you will be wearing the rags that you came here wearing, on a pile of leaves in a forest, all alone, and I shall be gone far from here, to the castle that lies east of the sun and west of the moon. She wept until her eyes were sore, and then she fell into the deepest slumber. And when she woke in the morning, she was indeed all alone, wearing the rags she'd worn when she first came, and lying upon a pile of leaves in a forest. But this was our lassie, and she was brave, and she was strong, and she was full of the spirit of adventure. And so she picked herself up, and she dusted herself down, and she set off in search for the castle that lies east of the sun and west.
I am strong.